Day one with Marlin. Marlin is a miniature golden doodle who has a list of problems. He is here because you can't really handle or groom him, which you know is an issue with doodles. It clearly stems from a place of fear. He is now to the point that he has to be put under, I kid you not, put under to be groomed or even to go be handled, which we all know being put under that often is not good for your system. He is only 3 years old. He was not always like this. Interesting because learned behavior. I've just had a whole freaking day of behavioral cases. So I'm sorry if my brain's like a little scattered, but I had a genetically aggressive dog here, and then I have a learned behavior aggressive dog here. Yes, they still fall under the aggression category. You can see how comfortable he is with licking, things of that sort. But learned behavior is when the dog has done something and it received a reaction that they wanted, right? So generally it's a fearful dog, and what it starts out with is the fearful dog that growls, and when the dog growls, we backed away. The dog goes, aha, this is a way to communicate the comfortable, things of that sort, which is not wrong. However, our reaction is what reinforces it. So next thing, another person goes to handle him, he growls, that person has to handle him, aka vet, and then he shows his teeth or snaps, right? The person backs off, he's like, oh crap, like we gotta figure out something else to do. Alright, so it's the second time this dog has been able to manipulate the space around. Third time, they go to a different person, different groomer, vet, whatever, and that person is used to handling more difficult dogs at this break, because now the owner's like trying to find someone that can handle difficult dogs. And that person who's handling him doesn't back off when he growls, snaps, shows his teeth, or any of that sort, so he escalates to biting, actually biting, and that can then escalate even further to biting, tearing, ripping. Generally with a fearful dog, it's a bite and release puncture, but that behavior still actually can increase. Biting is not the end. It actually can get worse. This is what I mean by learned behavior. He did something and it got a reaction and it made the problem go away. So it reinforced the behavior he showed. Right? So during his training, we will be taking an approach. So we have to build a relationship, obviously. You can tell he obviously doesn't trust me. No, he doesn't me, which is fair. I mean, I only met him an hour before, and then when he got dropped off, I spent about another hour with him. At this point, I'm not engaging. I guess I shouldn't say I'm not engaging. I'm not pushing buttons, right? I want him to feel comfortable. I have to build that trust. And if you go back into our video series, you'll see about what I talk about relationship. OFA made a fear, aggressive dog. Again, these are all learned behaviors, and once he trusts, we have a relationship, and then once I get cooperation, he loves to play, so that will to our benefit. I'll start teaching him some rules and going over like how to cooperate and create a communication system and all the above. Once all that's established, that's when I tackle the behavior of being handled, right? The key thing that I cannot do is react when he acts a fool. So how I do and how I prepare for that is I wear protection gear, right? So they make bite gloves, they make bite suits, things of that sort for a dog. It's going to be the gloves. But I just have to create a new behavior to the behavior that's been reinforced for X amount of time, right? So once I'm able to create this question mark, he's like, this person is not backing off or giving up. And I'm not making him do anything either during the time. Like I'm just going to let him do what he needs to do. And once he chills out, then we can move forward, because I created a question mark for him and be like, that's not working. And then there, he may be open to my God. That's the process. I had 2 other behavioral cases here as well. Both of them are actually a little bit more genetic fear aggression, and one's the problem. And so what you do with genetically fear aggressive dog, there's a managed part to it, right? So it would be the same process, building a relationship, building communication, things of that sort. But then it doesn't matter how much socialization, handling, exposure, anything of that sort that you do, there's always going to be that option to that dog, right? Now, can you suppress that option? 110%. Is it going to require you to be a better handler and know what situations to manage, what situations are just good in. Yeah, 110%. Luckily, both dogs who are genetically fearless are actually other trainers, just in different aspect of being wrong. So they have the appropriate hand that will be able to help have the dog live fulfilled. However, not all dogs are that lucky, and some of those genetically fearful, aggressive dogs fortunately end up in a novice handler home. I mean, even if you're pro, those dogs, it requires you to pay, right? For those dogs, or genetically feared dogs, or even just genetically aggressive dogs, you have to be a certain type of leader. And if you're not, and you see when you're looking at puppies, when you're looking to adopt or anything, if you see any weirdness, really, 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 really think hard about your lifestyle and what you can do with that dog, because unfortunately that's how dog bites live. So anyways, not to, and he's starting to get a little nervous, he's shaking. So I'm gonna kind of break him up this, we're gonna go on a walk, and then I'm gonna keep letting him decompress, and I'll give you an update about Mr. Marlin, the miniature golden doodle, maybe in a couple of weeks.